We didn't stop this early today because I've been working on it, man. I've been working on it. I usually just let that play. I don't really even partake in the whole music thing. I be letting that play because I have a bad problem with profanity. And I don't want to cuss on this YouTube. At least not before I'm allowed to without getting punished. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu, if you believe. Laikum dinukum wa liyadin, if you don't. Which means to you be your way and to me be mine. You know, to you be your way and to me be mine. I'm not lost like some brothers, man, who they're so stuck in religion that they forget they're black. I ain't forget about my people. I'm at where I'm at, but I ain't forget about my people. Nah. Now, I feel some things I said may have been misconstrued and gave some people the impression that, me being pro FBA or pro delineation means that I'm anti everybody else, and those are hate-filled sentiments. Like I said, I want to clarify that they are not hate-filled sentiments. With this whole hip-hop thing and who started hip-hop, then the whole Fat Joe thing, it just shined a light and made me see the bigger picture. What it made me think about was those two people that they marched before us, and they told us we're black, right? Or even African American. And both of them qualified to be that. Those people are Barack Obama and Kamala Harris. They both were presented to us as black people. And I'm going to admit that in 2008, I was overwhelmingly overjoyed when Barack Obama was elected president, because I did, in fact, think that a black man was the president. Based upon the outcome of that, I began to question things. And then when they tried to offer the Harris woman, I saw it even more clearer. We have to redefine ourselves so that someone who's not of the Black American experience does not get to speak for those who are of the Black American experience and speak as if they are a part of us. That can't be allowed. That can't be allowed. When you have a person who claims to be you, but they're not of your struggle. This is the part a lot of y'all don't understand, right? Let me let y'all in on this. I grew up in two places. I had divorced parents. I was back and forth. So I am a native New Yorker, and I am a country boy at the same time. Not a lot of people can say that. In New York, in those buildings, the walls are not as thick as you think they are. We heard your parents and what they had to say about the Black Americans. We heard them. And we know that they were not particularly fond of us. I'm speaking to a lot of my Islanders, as well as my Latino brothers and sisters. We heard them. We know that this sentiment exists within your community for a fact. Everybody is not particularly fond of us. Okay? Everybody also does not have the same agenda as us. When we say we heard your grandparents and your parents, perhaps you did not hear ours, because ours told us stories of being water hosed and having dogs sicked on them and having rocks thrown at them as they were going home from school, walking home from school, and being chased. We heard different stories from y'all than y'all. We heard different stories than y'all about this place. We have different feelings in regards to this place. You may be very much satisfied with something that I feel more deserving of, or I feel I deserve more of. That may satisfy you. I feel like that's not enough. I deserve more than that. We have different mindsets, different experiences. It does matter what you were taught in your home. I was watching the comedian the other day, Godfrey. He said he's African American, which he is. He was born to Nigerian parents. He may have even been born here and raised in Chicago. I still do not think that's the same thing. I don't think your parents were teaching you in your house what our parents were teaching us in our house. Why? Because the United States did your parents a favor by letting them come here. So your parents have some type of allegiance to the government. Why I say that, this is what I base that upon, right? I have never seen any Black ethnic group, be it Jamaican, Haitian, Nigerian, any African country, Guyanese, Trinidadian, Belize, anything. I have never seen any of you all fight yet. I'm not talking about fighting me. I'm not talking about killing a man that's supposed to be your brother when it's convenient. I'm talking about going down to Washington and getting some shit done. Just y'all. Let me see. I have never seen 20, 50,000 roster caps or goddamn curtain suits or any of that other stuff march down there and file down there and get some shit done that benefit everybody that's Black. I ain't seen you fight yet. You've been over here damn near 100 years. Talk real loud. You know, you fire your weapon, right? And Black man, take your ass down to Washington. Make something shake. You ain't gonna do that because you're happy to be here. Because it was worse where you at. Where you was, it was worse. You happy to be here. You straight with this. It's our problem. We know this corporation called the United States of America, not this nation, this corporation wouldn't be where it's at if it wasn't for the 400 or 500 years of free labor that we gave them. We know that. You have no ties to that. Your grandparents did not drill that in your head and demand that you go get what's yours. They didn't tell you that. I believe it was in 1943, a man by the name of Walter Plecker, who's over the Census Bureau in the state of Virginia. He changed the status of all Indians in the state of Virginia Too colored. Google this if you think I'm lying. In 1943, he changed the status of all Indians to colored. So a person with dark skin could never, ever say they was Indian again in the state of Virginia. My grandmother, who's 96 years old, she met my biological grandfather, and they had my mother, or conceived my mother rather, in the state of North Carolina. But she'd migrated there from the state of Virginia. My grandmother told me, she's 96, she's still alive, alhamdulillah. Her grandmother told her, we're not African, we're Indian. So I can't speak for nobody else and what's going on in nobody else's household and what's going on in nobody else's family and what nobody else's lineage is. And I know that lineage runs 4 ways when it comes to my grandmother. You have 4 grandparents. I don't know what's going on in nobody else's house, but I know what my grandmother told me. And can't nobody debate what my grandmother told me. You can't debate my grandmother. She's 96. I will knock your teeth out your mouth. You can't debate her. I will put you down permanently. You can't debate her. It's my grandmother. You can't say 2 words to her. That's what it is. Period. They marched these 2 frauds before us, Barack Obama and Kamala Harris, and they told us they were black. Neither of them had the African-American experience, but both of them fit the title African-American. So we have to change our name to something that we're the people who are the descendants of those who put in 400-500 years of free labor in this country can continue to fight for what's rightfully theirs without interference or hatred from others who have no share in that. Without indifference from others who have no share in that. We need to be identified as the people who have the share in that. This is what this is about, man. They keep marching these shills up there, acting like they're us. The whole while saying, we don't want anything. That's not one of us. They'll put you see, they wouldn't put Condoleezza Rice ass on no ticket, ever. You know why? Because she from Alabama and went through Jim Crow. She ain't gonna never be the president. She went about as far as a real nigga can go. And we can talk about that word nigga too. We can talk about that word. See, it's a lot of feminine emotions and feelings concerning that word when people complain about us using it amongst ourselves. You know the main reason why I believe black people use the word niggas amongst themselves is because we know who we are. You want to deal with some reality? If you're one of those people, those FBA people like me, Oh, you are more than just a descendant of slavery, brother. You are a descendant of selective breeding. Yeah, you are a descendant of repetitive R wording. Oh, yeah, you're a descendant of that too, right? You are the descendant of a farm tool. You are the descendant of a farm tool, nigga. You want to tell the truth? See, my skin thick. I could take that. I know that's true. I know that's true. I'm the descendant of a fucking farm tool. The jobs that our ancestors did, no human being even does them anymore. They got machines for that. They got farming tools for that. Your great grandmama was a hoe, H-O-E, not selling coochie, a hoe that dig up dirt in the garden. She had to do with her hands. She was the hoe, nigga. Oh, yeah. That's what niggas was. Niggas was products manufactured in the United States of America. This is a corporation. We were the products. We were the tools used to build it. If a white man wanted to build a house, he go to the hardware store, he get him some wood, he get him a hammer, he get him some nails, and he get him about 7, 8 niggas. House built. What you talking about? Huh? We were the tools, nigga. We were the hoes, the shovels, the rakes. We were. We were manufactured and had serial numbers put on our ass. And if you sit here and tell me you ain't no nigga right now and you got a serial nigga on it, you use a liar. You a liar. Your mama raised a liar. A weak, cowardly liar. You got a serial number, nigga. Our people fought for nobody else to be able to call us nigga. They know what the fuck we was made as. Manufactured as. Sold as. Bought as. Niggas. You so educated, you stupid, nigga. What you think you a better man than your great granddaddy? You ain't no better man than him. He's a better man than you. He was stronger than you. You the weak nigga. He was a strong nigga. But he was definitely a nigga if you're claiming any type of FBA. Let's get that clear. 4 granddaddies back, 5 granddaddies back, and Lair lived a nigga. He was a nigga. He answered to it. He was bred as one. His mom and daddy was called one, and they called him one when he came out. That's what the owners called him. I used to be a dog man in the pit bulls. I owned them. I bred them. And I named them when they came out. They were my property. It ain't my dog no more. He get to get a different name. Somebody else could name him something else. He's still a dog, though. Still somebody else's property. Still somebody else's property. Dog ain't no hunter, not no domestic dog. They eat trash. They can't find no trash. They die. Still a dog. You want to deal with that. I don't got a problem with the word nigga. I got a problem with anybody else calling me a nigga who ain't one. I know what I come from. I come from some niggas. Let me tell you how breeding works. A breeder look at his dog that he bred as his creation. I'm telling you some real shit. We're gonna hurt some feelings. I used to run that Kobe bloodline, dog man's out there. I used to run that Kobe bloodline, right? I had a hitter. He's heavy on the Kobe. Bottom side, he was a Kobe Eli on the bottom, right? Little Kobe on the top, right? One thing about this dog was a problem now. This particular dog that I'm talking about, he put something down in 55 seconds. Put it down, right? But this dog ain't had no gas in the tank. He used to run out of gas quick. You know what I mean? He wasn't necessarily, that particular bloodline isn't necessarily known for endurance, the physical structure and the athleticism, but not so much endurance. That Jeep, that Crenshaw's Jeep bloodline, that dog is known for endurance. So another partner running Jeep Red Boy. I started my own line. You see how this works? Same thing they did with us. Crenshaw's Jeep could not turn around and tell Crenshaw, my name ain't Jeep. My name is Canis Alpharetus or whatever. No, nigga. You's a pit bull. Your name Jeep, nigga. Jeep. Crenshaw's Jeep. At that. Just like your name is James Thomas or Roger Smith or whoever the hell you is. Kenny Jackson. Nigga named you like a dog. Because you was a nigga. That's why your granddaddy named Johnson, Jackson, Smith, Jones, Wilson, all that other shit. Williams, all that other shit. Harris. Somebody named you, man. They named your people because they was niggas. How you get here? How they get here? I ain't talking about on no motherfucking boat. How did they keep multiplying and making them? Those folks falling in love. Come on, man. Y'all tripping. You breed the people for 400 years without love involved. And what type of nation of people you think you're going to have after that? I'm old enough to remember Jimmy the Greek. He was an analyst for CBS football, and there was a game being played, and he made a comment about the black player. If I'm not mistaken, it might have been the Redskins playing, if I'm not mistaken. But he was saying something about or the black players, they're just faster and stronger because of the way they're bred. You know, their legs are bigger and stronger. So how they were bred. They got that motherfucker off the air so goddamn fast. Old heads remember that. I was a young boy. I was a jitterbug when it happened, but I remember. I got a good memory. I remember my childhood vividly. But he was like the top analyst, NFL Sunday on CBS. He was a big dog, like one of the Stephen A. Smith of his day. Got his ass out of here. He telling the secrets. Just because I don't let nobody else call me a nigga, that don't mean I don't know I am one. I come from niggas. I'm the descendant of niggas. I'm an ancestor of niggas, brother. Whether you like it or not. We all are. And I'm not going to sit here and say I'm better than my ancestors. They were niggas. I ain't no Arab. I know I ain't no Arab. I got people in my masjid who don't even want to put their foot next to mine. I know I ain't no Arab. I got people in their masjid who don't want no black man to marry their daughter. I know I ain't no Arab. But why do I go? Because the Quran say this book ain't just for no damn Arab. You gonna let them have all that's good? You don't see them over in Saudi living like kings. You gonna let them have all that? This book for everybody. You want it, you can get it too. This ain't just for them. He's not better than you. That's what the Quran said. Ain't no Arab better than you. If an Arab man wrote the book, I don't think he would tell me he has no superiority over me whatsoever. Nigga. I miss Easy E. Said real niggas don't die. Fake niggas turn cowards. Say they ain't niggas. What the fuck are you? Okay. Still nigga. I don't agree with everything Jay-Z said. I don't agree with everything Jay-Z did. But I agree with him on that. He's still nigga. He's still nigga. And I do believe a lot of niggas in New York is soft. I believe a lot of y'all just scared to run the fade with your Puerto Rican and Jamaican homeboys. You scared you're going to lose, or you scared they're going to cut you off and stop supplying you, whatever the case may be. You just scared, nigga. That's what it all boiled down to. You scared to check that nigga. And I know why. I understand. See, a lot of the black Americans in New York don't got a whole lot of family up there. A lot of them don't. They're in the house with a single moms, maybe a younger sibling or two, right? So their mama is not going to tell them to sock the next motherfucker call you nigga that don't look like you and ain't who you are in the motherfucking mouth. Their mama ain't going to tell them that because she don't want that type of drama. So the niggas in New York, they get taken advantage of. Yeah, y'all getting taken advantage of. Niggas in the South looking at you like suckers, man. You can talk all that friends, and poverty ain't what make you no nigga. If you ain't got hard enough to tell your homeboy right next to you, poverty ain't what made us niggas, bro. It wasn't about poverty. It wasn't about poverty. It was about the brutality we endured over here. It was about the hanging from the trees. It was about picking tobacco cotton so your fingers bled and being whipped on your back and told to pick some more. It was about being hit with water hoses, fire hoses, bro. Dog sicked on you. That's what make a nigga. Y'all didn't go through none of that shit over the fuck here. If you went through it in another country, go get on their ass. They owe you something. They owe you something. We went through that shit right here on the same streets you walk down. You go to the train station, swipe your Metro card in the morning, and get on the train to go to work. Like that shit sweet and always been like that. No, somebody had to fight. You go get on the bus, sit where you want to sit. You think that Rosa Parks shit is just a movie? That was people's experience. That was their life for centuries. No, I take that back. That was the good part of their life for about a century. They was 10 times worse before that. Just, you got to get your ass in the back of the bus. That was the light part. That's when shit had gotten better. Y'all went through none of that. You swipe your Metro card and go sit the fuck down. And then run your fucking mouth about how weak I am, how I don't want to work. And you such a harder worker than me, and you smarter than me, and you so goddamn smart, your dumb ass don't even know you're sitting on that fucking seat because of me. I have a problem with that. And if you call that racism, then fuck your mama. I mean that. If you call that racism, fuck your mama. And I hope she did. If you call that racism, them fighting words. I know fighting words. I know how to make a motherfucker get up and put his dukes up. That ain't no racism. That's not racism. You ain't no nigga. You just poor. You just a poor Puerto Rican, a poor Haitian, a poor Jamaican, a poor Nigerian, a poor Ghanaian. That's it. You ain't no nigga. Your country did not use that word as a whip to abuse you for 400-500 fucking years. It doesn't apply to you. It don't vibrate in you the same. Math Hoffa, it don't vibrate in you the same. Your granddaddy ain't tell you what my granddaddy told me. And that's all across the board. They didn't tell you them stories. They don't have them. They don't know them. They're friends with the government for allowing them to come and provide an opportunity for their family. Because in their country, they were struggling bad. They was living in the shanty. They come over here, they got a house. They fucking love America. Fuck we protesting for? We're not protesting with them niggas. They tripping out. You see, we got a house here. We had shanty over there. They're not grateful. They're not thankful. They're not thankful. They're not grateful. We have a nice house. We had shanty over there. Nah, motherfucker. We worked for 400-500 years and ain't get paid, your stupid ass. Fuck you mean we ain't grateful. Fuck you and your mama. Fuck I'm grateful for. And my people work 400-500 years and they get paid. That's why a nigga don't want to go to work. That's why a nigga rather sit on his ass, sell dope, and say, fuck y'all, till we get paid. You don't get that. Some are entitled to feel like that. If you want to be amongst those, say, well, I'm not going to let that hold me back, and that's a loser's mentality. I'm going to get up and go to work, and I'm going to go to school and get indoctrinated, and I'm going to do all this other stuff. Like, you be your way, to me be mine. But I know if I win this fight, your pussy ass going to be the first one in line to, where's mine? We know your pussy ass gonna be the first one in line with your hand out. Mr. Won't bust a fight in the disco. Mr. Bourgeoisie. Boulay. We know who you are, man. We know who you are. You got a stench on you. That Mav Hoffa stench. He used a little Mason juice card to get the little show up and popping. We get it. We get it, Mason Mav. Mason Mav Hoffa. The infiltrator. You're an infiltrator, bro. I hope somebody you love get deported. I honestly do. I hope Trump did deport somebody you really love and need. I hope he deport the hell out of their ass. What Mav Hoffa did was disgraceful. And I can't call myself the same thing as you. If you call yourself black, that's not what I am. I got to be called something different. And I don't care if it's FBA. I'm also hearing a lot of people say, they don't want to ride with the FBA thing because they got a problem with Tariq Nasheed. I'm not about to sit here and do what the women do and look for the fault in the man. I'm not going to do it. Nah, I don't know that brother at all. I don't know much about him. I haven't even seen all the Hidden Color series. No, I haven't. But I know this. Ain't no such thing as a perfect man. So you don't want to go with the name he running with because it's him and he has this imperfection. So when the next man come with a name, what we gonna do about him? Oh, he cheated on his wife. We can't use him neither, huh? So the next man come with a name, what we gonna say? Oh, he's a fruit pop. Well, we can't use his name neither, huh? Next man come with a name, what we go? He sniffed some cocaine. Man, we gonna be doing this shit all day. That's crabs in a barrel mentality, man. Let it go. It's feminine. And I don't mean that as an insult to the women. The women have every right to be feminine. You are feminine. Be yourself. I can't tell you how to be a woman. I don't know nothing about it. Y'all got it. No smoke here. I ain't trying to tell no woman how to be a woman now. I'm talking to men. Let's stop being cowards, y'all. Let's stop being cowards, man. Stop being scared to fight that nigga, man. If that nigga, you tell that nigga it bothers you or offends you to be called nigga, and I don't care if you've been calling me nigga for 15 years, I don't want to do that no more. Because I feel fake. I feel kind of pussy. I feel like if we went down to Alabama or Texas or Louisiana to see my family, and you walked in my auntie house and you was calling me nigga in front of her, because the whole room gonna shut the fuck up, be quiet, and turn their head and look at you like, what the fuck he say? And then they gonna look at me like, you allow that pussy? You allowing that pussy? That's not racism. Them niggas up there in New York is connected to them niggas down there in the South by blood. The FBA ones. See, this is why we got to be clear. The niggas down in the South don't play by that word, man. Don't go down there with the police, Fat Joe. And the mid-securities. Move around the streets. Take your ass down to Charleston, South Carolina with them Geechees, and let me hear you see you calling people niggas. You're going to get your throat cut. Them Geechee boys don't play that shit. You ain't going down there calling them no niggas. You got it fucked up. You must don't know what a Geechee Gula man is. I was raised by one. You must don't know what one is. They're good with them knives. Puerto Ricans is not the only one good with knives. Ask other black Americans down this way about a Geechee man with a knife. You think y'all wrote the book on that shit? You fucking crazy. You and the Mexicans is crazy if y'all think y'all know more about a fucking knife than a Geechee man. Y'all niggas out y'all fucking mind. The United States is bigger than New York. I was born in the Bronx, Jacoby Hospital. My mama and daddy went to Stevenson, a Soundview nigga. But this country is bigger than New York, man. I told you, I've been going out of town, getting my hustle on. 15 going on 16 years old. Started with Harrisburg, Pennsylvania. I done did Baltimore, Maryland. I done did Virginia. I done been up and down the Eastern Seaboard traveling. CT, Mass. I done did all of them shits, bro. I done did them. It's bigger than New York, man. I'm a New Yorker saying New York be on their own dick too much. Too much. It's bigger than New York. It's a whole lot of things to be a city of 8 million people that New York don't produce the best of. I can name more Pro Bowl caliber NFL players from right here in the state of South Carolina right now than New York. In this state, the state probably got a quarter of the population than the city of New York. We breathe thorough down here. We different. We different. Pro Bowlers, nothing but that coming out this state. We different, bro. Even in basketball. John Morant, Zion Williamson, this is from right here in South Carolina. Kevin Garnett, Ray Allen, Jermaine O'Neal. This is a little tiny little state, bro. This is one little tiny little state. I can't talk about what Georgia put out because I ain't from Georgia, but I know they got a list. They got a list. Florida got a bigger list. Texas, a bigger list. Come, bro. It's bigger than New York. This shit bigger than New York, bro. Don't get so inside your house feeling cocky and then come outside and somebody knock you the fuck out because you thought you was tougher than you really was. There's levels to this shit. There's levels to this shit, bro. This is where the fastest motherfucking man in the world be at, man. You might find a faster nigga in Jamaica, but guess what? You wanna know how you fuck him up? All right, Usain Bolt. Beat me in the foot race while you bouncing this ball, motherfucker. Oh, he fucked up. He can't do it now. Beat me in the race, turn around, catch a dick, keep going. Oh, he fucked up now. He can't do that. He can't multitask. We can multitask. Usain run on the straight line. We can run drilling. We can run catching. We super special. Yeah, man. It's different, bro. Everywhere is black people at is not cool with other ethnicities calling them nigger. Because New York has accepted it and believes that others are entitled to call them a nigger because they endured poverty with you. You fucking sucker. Poverty ain't got shit to do with a nigger. It was white people in poverty the whole time. Niggas was slaves, dumbass. It's about what your people endured and went through here. You letting people who never got hung from a fucking tree, never got whipped, never got nothing done to them. See, I'm a nigga too, just like you. Back home, nobody abused them with that word. That word means nothing to them. It's just an insult to you. So you let somebody who the word means nothing to tell you what the word means. How you let them define your word? How you let them tell you that they're a nigga too? How you let them tell you what a nigga is? I listen to Math Talk. I listen to Joe Talk. These dumb motherfuckers think a nigga is all about poverty. We grew up with y'all in poverty. You ain't got no Geechee granddaddy. I had Geechee granddaddy, boy. I told you, my granddaddy out of McCullochville, South Carolina. Call him Kind Salt. He passed in 92. He used to go hunting clammers. And racist police used to hunt them down. Try to set their house on fire and shit. Try to shoot him. They had to get him from down there. He came up to New York City. Y'all know what y'all playing with, man. Y'all think Pop come off some strong blood. Bred them pit bulls. I know about bloodlines. I know about bloodlines, man. I don't know y'all fucking with. I ain't just a nigga. I'm a bad nigga. I'm the wrong nigga to fuck with. You ain't no nigga cool. You live in Delulu land. You ain't no nigga. But 4-5 generations ago, you was a nigga. All right, cool. You don't have to be one. You don't have to be one. I won't call you one. But if you got anything to say about me calling myself one, or those who think like me, or those who deal with reality, then what am I gonna say? What's my fight words? Go ahead and say it for me. You and who? And who? Your what? Your mama. Both of y'all together. Simultaneously. That's foolish. It's like a nigga telling me there's no such thing as a gangster and a Muslim. Nigga, you don't know my heart. You don't know how I pray, how I fast. You're not with me when I'm up in the cold in the morning, 5 something in the morning, driving to the masjid for Fajr. You're not there. You can't nobody tell me about what's in here, what I believe, bro. You can't tell me that. I said it before and I'm going to say it again. I came up here with a message for Smokey. If you ain't Smokey, it ain't your motherfucking message. Smokey gonna get it. Smokey gonna understand every goddamn thing I'm saying. It's gonna make Smokey get up off his ass and do what the fuck he supposed to do. Don't let it fire in your belly. Nigga, you ain't Smokey. You got a problem with me saying nigga? You ain't Smokey. You ain't Smokey. You ain't Smokey. You got a problem with me cussing? You got a problem with me being Muslim? You got a problem with being a Muslim that comes from a gang background and will take this same hand and smack your fucking lips crooked? You ain't Smokey. You just not Smokey, brother. And I came up here with a message for Smokey. So if you ain't Smokey, this ain't your motherfucking message. Ain't no such thing as a perfect man. One of my biggest imperfections, I cuss like a goddamn sailor. My grandmama named Shirley Thompson. I learned how to cuss as a child. I used to get suspended from school in the 3rd and 4th grade for goddamn cussing. My daddy tell you that shit. My mama and my cousin Aunt Poole is living right now. I got witnesses. I stood before the judge in Mount Vernon at 16 years old. I was given probation, and I told the judge, kiss my motherfucking ass. I ain't doing no goddamn probation. Shove that shit up your motherfucking ass, Your Honor. Wallahi. I got a cussing problem. I don't know. It's how I deal with controlling my violent nature. I used to have a violence problem. I find that when I cuss, it releases steam more so than when I use normal words. It's not like I don't have a vernacular. If you watch me for an extensive amount of time, you will see me use some collegiate level words from here to there. Cussing let off pressure for me and myself personally. To you be your way, and to me be mine. That's how I feel about that. Lekum dinukum waliyadin. To you be your way, and to me be mine. Because you know what I'm going to do in a little while? Let me see what time it is, right? I say I did all this cussing. It's 10:38. In a little while, I'm going to get up and praise her. I'm going to ask Allah for forgiveness for all this cussing I've been doing. I'm sorry, y'all. I got a business text. Give me a second. Yeah. But like I said, this thing is bigger than Fat Joe. It's bigger than Tariq Nasheed. It's bigger than the FBA thing. It's about paper genocide. It's about them killing us off again by saturating us with other people who's not us till we're just washed away. They have been trying to eliminate us for the entirety of the time that this corporation has been established here. Once the slavery was over and they decided they did not want to give us what they promised us, the only other thing to do was to get rid of us. So they let that nasty bitch put them Planned Parenthoods in every neighborhood. They started this mass incarceration shit so we can't make no babies. They start putting all type of bullshit in our food. I mean, I'm just thankful they're not going all out like they homeboys Israel are just saying, fuck it. We just gonna kill these motherfuckers off in the street with guns. Reason being, they trained too many of us in the motherfucking army. They're kind of scared to do that shit. They don't know how we'll fare. Bloods and Crips been running around this bitch with AKs since the 80s. They know that shit. They know we ain't gonna go out to say it might be just as who knows? Who knows? I'm just thankful that it hasn't resorted to that. And I pray, inshallah, it never resorts to them trying to eliminate us with straight out bloodshed, right? But if they're going to keep trying all these backdoor tactics, I pray that we continue to have people who are aware enough to see them, man, and catch them. Catch them. They don't want to pay that nut, y'all. They don't want to pay that nut. So now they're trying to mix us in with a bunch of other motherfuckers. This shit crazy. We're not black. We're not African American. We need to get this shit moved into law. We're not black. We're not African American. There's the majority of people who's already pumping FBA. I'll rock with it. I don't have to be the one that made it up. I don't have an ego problem. Yeah, I could come up with some real fly shit. I might could come up with some fly ass shit than Tariq. But I don't have to challenge for that position. It's not about a position to me. I don't care. I don't have an ego in this. It's just about my people being treated rightfully and fairly. That's it. We get what we deserve. We get credit when it's good. We get blamed when it's bad, when it's us. That's it. I'm tired of others manipulating us, man. Manipulating us. Goddamn Colin Ferguson shot up that goddamn train and said it was a black man. Yeah, that shit on news. Black man shot up the goddamn train. He not like us. He not like us. I heard that motherfucker talk in the courtroom. I said, where that nigga from? He ain't from around here. He ain't from around here. Everybody don't get to beat us when it's fucking convenient, man. No. We need to have a title that no one else can use who is not of our lineage. Because everybody else got a title that no one else can use who's not of their lineage, man. You can't call yourself Irish. You can't call yourself Indian. You can't call yourself Jamaican. You can't call yourself fucking no Ethiopian. Nothing without it being in your lineage, man. Black and African American applies to way too many people who's not from over here. And they have political agendas that's different. And that's not a reason to hate you as a human being. I don't hate you as a human being if your political agenda is different than mine. If you're Asian and your political agenda is to make sure shit is right for Asian people, why and how could I possibly hate you for that? I don't. I respect you for that. My responsibility is to make sure that my people are aligned with the right and same agenda for us. That's it. And there's more to it than this. You can't just have this. No, that's how you get infiltrated in the back door, man. We all talk about how Mansa Musa was the richest man in the world, but guess what? Niggas that was carrying them all the way to Mecca. You think they were getting paid? Or you think they were slaves? You think that was a nigga who had slaves even back then in Africa? You think Africans been participating in slavery? Before the Europeans came over here, was there a known history of slavery over here? It was just all the indigenous people from North America to South Carolina. I don't know. No, we talk about slavery being all over the world. I don't know of it being in the Americas until the Europeans got here. I've never heard of those other ancient civilizations, be it the Mayans, the Olmecs, any other ancient civilization on the continent of the Americas. North and South America are connected. Let's be clear. All right. I have never heard of slavery in those traditions. I don't know. I could be wrong, and I could be taught different. If so, if there was slavery in those traditions, somebody tell me. Everybody say it was always all over the world, though. But I know it was in Africa without the assistance of the European. If you want somebody who's going to blame everything on the white man, you came to the wrong place. They got dirt on their hands, blood on their hands. Absolutely. 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 When it comes to slavery, so do the Arabs. They got blood on their hands too. Plenty of it. Maybe more than the European. And some of us hate the European more than the Arab. A lot of black Americans looking foolish saying they hate white people when no majority of us got some white people in our family, right? FBA, where you at? Ain't no cracking in nowhere. I done found some. I ain't ashamed. I done found some. Twice. My great-granddaddy, Willie Thompson, one of the co-founders of Blue Ribbon Taxi Cab in South Carolina. You from Columbia or Charleston, South Carolina, you know what's Blue Ribbon Taxi Cab. My great-granddaddy was one of the co-founders. His daddy, Sam, the black man that raised him, I found this out recently. I ain't never known this my whole life. I found this out recently from one of my elders. Sam was his stepfather. My great-granddaddy, real daddy, was a white man. Am I alone in that experience, y'all? Huh? I know I ain't. I know damn well I ain't. On the other side, that's on my grandmama's side. On my granddaddy's side, his father's mama was a white woman. On that ancestry thing, her joint go all the way back to I believe it was Sweden. And everybody had the same last name for like 200-300 years. Gerber, like the baby food. Wallahi. I be sitting wondering, man, some Gerber baby food people, man, they might be got a check from me. I might need to find out how I can tap into that. Any lawyer folks see that, man, let me know how I could tap into that, man. Them people might be worth some billions. Gerber baby food, see what their net worth is. I gotta check their net worth. They might be worth something. I need mine. Majority of FBA people got some Caucasian in them somewhere, man. That's part of the process. Whoever say that ain't part of the process in denial. It's paper genocide. Paper genocide, man. These people are occupiers. They're just not using guns and tanks. They're getting rid of your ass the same way. A whole race of people getting rid of them. This name change, how we go about continuing to delineate and separate from everybody else. How do we continue to go about fight for what's rightfully ours in the correct manner, without getting any of my people in trouble or hurt or killed? How can we go about it? That's the legal process. We got to put our brains together like Voltron. I know some things, not everything. I know what to ask for. I know what I need. I know what we need when it comes to getting these snakes out of our garden. We got to get rid of the math hoppers. We got to stand up for the fat Joes. We ain't gonna stop the niggas from slapping in the mouth. I take that fade. Anybody, anywhere, anyhow. I'm from the X. I go home too often. Everybody knows. I post up. I take pictures. I be outside when I go to the bar. I take that fade. I sock him in the mouth. I be the one to tell him. That ain't cool. One of his friends need to tell him that ain't cool, so I be afraid of him. He can't fight that good. You seen his knees? He barely can walk. I know I'll whoop him. I whoop him real bad. Stand up to them bullies. Don't let your friends bully you and call you niggas. There ain't no nigga. Don't allow for that. Ain't no nigga, he can't call you nigga. Don't let him check you with that New York shit. That's a scared ass New York nigga. There's probably more Puerto Ricans on his block than black niggas, and he's scared to punch a Puerto Rican in the mouth because they're gonna get run the fuck out of there. He's just a scary nigga. Tell the truth, nigga, you're scared. They come out and say, there's too many Puerto Ricans on my block for me to tell them they can't see me. That's what it is, you're scared. There's too many of them. You don't know what they're going to do to you if you tell them stop calling you nigga. You're scared to tell them. You're scared to lay the law down. You're scared to stand on all 10. You're scared to stand on business. You're scared. Say that to me, New York. Say, I'm scared to tell my Puerto Rican friends they can't call me nigga. Well, I'm so dumb, I believe them. I let them convince me that we both niggas because we both growing up in poverty together. I let them trick me. I let my Puerto Rican friend mind fuck me. Say that. Come out there and say that. Say you're scared. Or say you done put a dick in you. Go ahead. Put it out there.